When they become toddlers, you lose them and you lose them quicker. I mean, my son is a nightmare in supermarkets. He has no fear. He will just talk to anyone. He will run off if he sees something he likes.
You know, there were a few tantrums. I had an unexpected tantrum in the bagging area at Tesco's once. That's nice. It's always nice when they do it in public.
As toddlers, they're brilliant because they're just funny.
It's how quickly emotions change from being completely unapologetic about something and upset and, you know, like streaming with tears, and then, oh, a motorbike.
But the positive thing about being a 2-year-old, or you know, having a 2-year-old who will tantrum, is you can just roll them up like a bit of lino and just carry them into the car, or you know, kind of put them in another room.
I had my son did a poo in a public swimming pool.
On the table next to us was a family, and there was a slightly plump child sitting next to me, just there's a little gap. She had the same teddy as my daughter, and my daughter turned to me and said, "Daddy, that fat kid's got the same bear as me."
He sat there and he started straining, and I thought, no, not here, not now, please. This is a packed swimming pool. It's like a bank holiday or something. And then you see this little turd just bobbing along.
He squished this red paint on the floor, put his foot on it, and then he walked all over the house, on the carpet, everywhere with the red paint.
I'd left him colouring in for literally 2 seconds.
I had to get a security guard come and stand with the twins while I took her into the toilet, realised it had gone all over her trousers. She had no spare clothes. I had to take off my jumper, put my jumper on her. She was walking around like E.T. with this massive jumper on her.
And I got back and my limestone fireplace suddenly had green crayon all over it.
My kids took forever to walk every time, you know, they grew up. And so when they take their first steps, you think, oh, actually they can walk, because you have these horrible images of them just never learning how to walk.
I've pretty much attended every baby activity class.
A bit like breastfeeding, you get guilted into signing up to kind of singing, and you know, because if you don't do it, you know, it's practically child cruelty if you're middle class.
Learning to talk is great. My daughter's first word was daddy. My eldest son's first word was mummy, and my middle son's first word was cake, and he's never really stopped saying cake since.
He still manages to say things innocently that sound worse. For example, when he says clock, it doesn't sound like clock.
Their part of the communication deal, the talking, comes a lot later than the comprehension, and I dread to think what he actually understood we said about him in his presence.
Potty training was brilliant because we sent them off to my mother-in-law's for a week and they came back fully trained. It was great.
With my eldest, he was great with it. He actually didn't have a wet night at all. He took to it really quickly.
So she sat in the potty and she's got me in a headlock, just screaming, going, I don't want to do this.
First thing I do when my children have gone to bed is normally like crack open a bottle of something. It's almost like a mini celebration every day that you've got through the day.
Either have a bath by myself, which happens on a very rare occasion.
I either watch TV peacefully or I'll try to tidy up if I have the energy to.
Other parents tell us that do this, don't do that, give us advice. Excuse me, we've got 2 children, we know. You don't need your advice.